everyone, and welcome back to your Access channel. This is me, Mrs. Rania, your instructor in this video. We're still working on the series of engineering, and today we reached to chapter 6, Learning to Like School. So let's get started. In the spring, life at Lowood briefly seems easier and happier than before. But school now is surrounded by typhus epidemic. In the warm temperatures, more than half of the girls fell ill with the disease. Jane luckily remains healthy and spends her time playing outdoors. But according to her dearest friend Helen Burns, unfortunately she's sick. But not by typhus. James learns the horrible and terrible news that her friend is dying of consumption. One evening, Jane sneaks into Miss Temple's room to see Helen one last time. Helen promises Jane that she feels a little pain, and she is happy to be leaving the world suffering behind. Jane takes Helen into her arms, and the girl falls asleep. During the night, Helen dies. After Mr. Brocklehurst's negligent or careless treatment of the girls at Lowood is found to be one of the causes of the typhus epidemic. As a result, he lost his position as a manager of the school. So, from this moment, the school became a really useful place for education. Jane excels in her studies for the next 6 years, after spending 2 more years at Lowood as a teacher. Jane decided she is ready for a change because Miss Temple gets married and leaves the school. She advertised for a job for a governess and accepted a position at a place called Thornfield. So, my little photos, by the end of the chapter, Jane entered her second phase of her life after Gateshead and the second one, which is Lowood School, and start a new phase, which is Thornfield, that we are going to come closer to this phase and to the instance that will happen in this place in the next episode. And now, my little follow, let's try to practice some questions to make sure that we understand the events or the instance in this chapter. So let's start with the first question here, which is a critical one. In what way was typhus a mixed policy for the children at Lowood? Just one more time and think deeply about this question. In what way was typhus a mixed policy for the children at Lowood? Of course, I can remember now said about blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise exactly can explain such situation here. As we mentioned before, that a lot of girls, half of the girls of the school died of typhus epidemic. And in that way, the government or the people in general just accused Mr. Brocklehurst for that epidemic or for it to be one of the reasons for that typhus epidemic in the school, because simply he is responsible for the bad condition and the poor condition at Lowood School. So the blessing here is that Mr. Brocklehurst forced to leave his position as a manager of the school, and in return, or as a result of that, the school became a useful place to learn. And now let's turn to another question. Why was Helen happy although she was dying? Again, why was Helen happy although she was dying? Yeah, that's right. Because Helen was about to end her suffering forever and move to the heaven, her favorite place. And now, my little fellow, let's start to practice a new style of question, which is the common questions. And as I said, all of the time. If you need to answer this question correctly, you need to read the whole chapter in order to be able to answer complete answer. So, comment on the following. You are just in time. I'm going soon. You are just in time. I'm going soon. Comment on that quotation. Come on, try to think. I think it's very easy. It's pretty easy. Yes, you're right. This word said by Helen Burns to Jane Eyre when Jane came to visit her at Miss Temple's room. And at that moment, Helen Burns said to her that you're just in time. I'm going soon. I'm going to heaven. And for sure, Jane cried a lot about her for her friend. But she told her that I'm fine. I'm in a lot of pain, but soon everything will end. And now, I give you one question to try to answer in the comments. What did Jane do to get a new job? Again, what did Jane do to get a new job? Come on, try your best to answer this question. It's pretty easy. And by the end of this question, I ended our session for today. Thank you for having me, and see you soon.